Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, your boy Kevin. I'm here to do sort of like a what's up with me annual pickups video. I haven't done a pickups video in like over a year, so it's wild. I have a lot of things as well as some things that I like switched out in my closet, etc. So I guess this is like an annual pickup slash catching up with Kevin. So, as you guys probably noticed, I'm in a different, I guess, recording area. I recently moved, as well as the reason why you guys haven't really been seeing a lot of videos from me lately is because I just made a major move in my career. So, I'm working more towards that at the moment. Like YouTube is still important to me, same with keeping up with you guys, but I feel like for the past few months I needed to kind of shift my focus a little bit. Like, not that I didn't want to make YouTube videos or anything like that. I just have been, there's only so much time in the day, so I wanted to focus a lot of my energy towards that at the moment. But now I'm back. I'll be doing a little bit more of like regular uploads now. So yeah, I'm here to do a pickups video, and that's sort of the reason why I haven't been posting a little bit, is work related, career related, and all that jazz. So I guess let's start with the clothes. I've been sort of going down like a Uniqlo rabbit hole again. I've recently fell back into, I guess, my love for Uniqlo. I feel like a lot of the times I have this like love and hate like relationship with them, when like sometimes I'd feel like their stuff fits really well with me, and then other times it's like, no, I don't want that anymore. But they really have the best basics really like out there for any sort of fast fashion brand. Although I don't really want to support fast fashion brands, Uniqlo really does have some key styles that I really like. For example, the Uniqlo U collection. I know they're also bringing back their J Plus collection, I think this fall 2020, as well as they have a bunch of cool things. Like their professional wear is also super nice, so very slick, seamless, and modern. Can't say that. So the first pickup is what?
The prophecy is true.
I haven't done this in a while. Is from, I guess, this previous Uniqlo U season. It is the Drizzler jacket. I have the sleeves kind of rolled up because I kind of like that style. Almost fits slightly like a. I got this in an extra small because this fits quite oversized, so it fits more true on my body. I really like the materials used, as well as it was on sale. I believe it was only like $30, so I thought that was an absolute steal. Really like this jacket, been wearing it a lot, and it's also like kind of thin enough for me to wear in California during some hotter days, so it's still very nice. A few other pickups from Uniqlo. Yeah, like these tees, all from Uniqlo. This is like a Supima, just a basic Supima cotton tee. Love that. This is from, I think, their most recent t-shirt release. I actually got this in a size large. That one was in a size medium. This is in a large, and then I'll show you guys how it fits, but it fits a little bit more cropped because I did hem sort of the edges of it to give it like a raw edge, so it's more of like a boxy cropped fit. As well as I really like this olive color. I think it works very well. All of them are super wrinkled, but I really like this olive color. I think it works really well. Like a darker gray tee. Can't really go wrong. Is that it from? No, that is definitely not it from Uniqlo. So Uniqlo just did a collab with Theory, and they recently released a handful of items. This is their condo pant, or their condo pant. It's in this olive green. I might even crop it a little bit. It is slightly long, but I do roll it up, so it kind of gives it like a baggy kind of look. I really like the material. It's very lightweight. I believe it's like 100% poly or maybe a poly nylon mix. It has dual zippers on the back. It has drawstrings, so you can kind of tighten it a little bit, or even have them out if you want to style them like that, a jogger. Yeah, I like the detailing inside the pocket. They have like this slim, almost coin pocket that you can fit coins in comfortably, unlike some jeans, which they have a very tight one. As well as sometimes I slip my AirPods there so I don't forget them or anything like that. I really like the color. It's a nice olive green, kind of like the t-shirt, but I like this. Just a basic black t-shirt would do. So as I picked up 2 of their condo pants, more for work attire. So here's just the black one. I got them hemmed at Uniqlo. Really like the fit. This is just nice, simple styled pant. I like the pleating detail in the front. Kind of makes it look a little bit more slim. I would say that these fit a little bit more loose on my body. So just the classic black one, as well as one with sort of like a pattern on it. Not necessarily, it kind of looks like it's supposed to be like wool, but it's just like a printed pattern essentially. Wool pants, not really suited for California really, but I'm a huge fan of both of these. I like the fit, I like the detailing, and they're very comfortable. So if you guys are looking for work pants, for those that still do go into work, I would highly recommend these guys. Absolutely love them for the deal. They have like a deal where it's like if you buy 2 or more, you get $5 off each, so can't complain. Next up is I guess not really even like a brand, but a friend of mine, him and his girlfriend did like an embroidery hoodie for Black Lives Matter. He works at Nike, and then Nike actually matched his donation. So he just ran like a bunch of orders for these. I really like the brown look of it. I like the slightly oversized, and the embroidery, he did it with his girlfriend. It was just such a sick detail. Wanted to support, so shout out to Mac. I'll leave his Instagram and his girl's Instagram somewhere here or in the description down below. Yeah, super thick quality hoodie. I can't wait to wear it during the winter months. Next up is Yellow Label. So I'm actually wearing their mesh shorts right now. Super comfy, love them. They're like a thick mesh short, so not necessarily cheap material. Very, very comfortable though. As well as I got their fleecy crew right here in black. This is actually quite unique, where they inverse the fleece on the outside. So the fleece is on the outside and then the material is on the inside. I think it's quite interesting in my opinion. Also has this like side piping area. So it's very much like a reversed traditional crew neck. I feel like you're even like okay to even like reverse this if you want to go that route.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So my camera ran out of battery, so I am back. So where was I? So, last thing I talked about, Yellow Label, fleecy crew, super comfortable, A1. Next up, I pretty much got a lot of the Vuja Day collection on the xoxo. I have the loop wheel hoodie in the black. I believe there's like 25 or something like that made, maybe 50 made. Very comfortable. Honestly, probably the most worth it item in the entire collection. I really do like this. It's so soft, so comfortable. Like it feels so warm. I can't wait to break this out during the winter, and I like the fit of it. It's like slightly cropped as well. Big fan. As well as I got the tee. I had like what was it, like the happiness tee, but I ended up like letting it go, and then I kept the recipe for disaster tee. I like the fit. It's slightly baggy, more that vintage. Ooh, nice catch.
Facial recognition got a hit.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
More that vintage wash, so I really do like it. Comfortable tee. Like it. Don't know if it's worth resale. I know some people are trying to resell this for a crazy amount, but I think it's worth the retail. Same with the hoodie. And I have the brown carpenter pants, which I think this was supposed to be friends and family only. And I actually sold off my cargos because I absolutely love the carpenter pants and the way they fit a lot more than the cargos. I'm going to be talking about the entire xoxo collection on a future video, so look out for that. But thoughts on these, been wearing them ever since they released. Love the carpenter pants, absolute best thing that Ken has done so far, in my opinion. I got both the hats. Got this hat as well as the black one as well. I personally like this one as well as I like the blue one that he showed off on his page. I don't think those will release, but I like this. I like the kind of the topography of it as well as just the feel of the cap. It's a lot more of like a durable like workwear canvas material, while this one it's a little bit more on the luxe end, I would say, in the way that it feels almost like waxed in a way where it's very sturdy, while this one it's a little bit softer, almost more suede-esque. And I don't remember if I talked about this, but I got the acronym P10s from the most recent I believe it was spring summer 20 or something like that. So the P10s that I had before were, I believe, spring summer 16, and those ones just didn't fit right. The spring summer 20 actually fit so much better, as well as the pocket works with like my iPhone 11 Plus or Max or whatever it's called, and material feels great. It's the same dry skin material. Absolutely love it. This is probably one of my most worn pants, right next to the Vujade cargos, and I just got the Uniqlo one, so I feel like that's going to be thrown into the mix. But Acronym P10, dry skin, most recent one. The fit is a lot better than the 2016 version. Now that we've finished the clothing, let's get into footwear, because I actually have a lot of footwear that I picked up over the past year. Ew. Well, let me also just like clarify and talk about, I guess, the Project 333 that I did. So when Project 333 happened, that was when the pandemic really kind of started to pick up. So I really didn't have a need to really pick up a lot of things. I only picked up like a handful of things during the pandemic, but as soon as it ended, I just honestly came across a lot of amazing deals as well as a lot of great product. So I don't think necessarily that it was a negative experience for me, but I just felt like it didn't really challenge me enough. I didn't really pick up like really almost anything during the Project 333, as well as I was just staying, quarantined in for those 3 months. So it didn't really feel that impactful. Maybe I'll do like a video specifically on my feelings of it after the fact, maybe separately, but I have to say it wasn't very hard. But as soon as it opened back up and as soon as I made a more career step, a lot of cool Johns started to release, a lot of cool things started to come out. So that's sort of, I guess, my thoughts on it. So let's get to the pickups. First one, let's get this out of the way. Amazing product that I came by. This is the Aries 99V3. Aries Arise. This came out in 2018. I believe there were only 75 pairs made worldwide, and it was only available at their pop-up shop in London, I believe. Aries, if you don't know, it was made by one of the creators, or I guess primary designers for Palace, as well as another individual. I forgot their name, my apologies. But I just liked the twist on the classic New Balance, where the classic New Balance would be all gray and white and more gray, while this one, it takes like half of the classic gray colorway of the 99V3 and kind of remixes it and adds these crazy colors in the back. Super, super lovely. Yeah, I'm glad to have one of 75 in the world, and I wear these relatively frequently. So I got these in a woman's 10 because I think they only made them in women's sizing, which is a men's 8.5. So love it. Next up is the Undercover React 87. I'm so glad the prices on these have kind of dropped and kind of stabilized. I got these used for basically retail. This is, I think, still such an amazing silhouette, and I think this is the best of what they did with the kind of React silhouette. I think this is a lot better than a lot of the colorways that did release. Yeah, my favorite colorway. Just a very nice, simple, relaxed shoe. I think this is going to be a huge sleeper at the moment because people are hopping off the 87 silhouette, but like given time, this is still a classic silhouette. This is still a classic colorway, and this is probably one of the best that Undercover has done with Nike. So big fan of these. You can wear this in so many different ways. Very comfortable, as you guys know, React foam, and more durable in my opinion than raw Boost exposed. But yeah, big fan. Like the colorway. Next up are both the Jound collabs for the 992, so let me open them up. So I've really only worn this gray pair. Honestly, this is not a gray, this is a brown. This is definitely like a brown to a tan. Maybe what they were going for was like after gray wears down a bit, this is what it looks like, but beautiful shoe, quality on point. But I do have to say, I'm gonna save the majority of my thoughts for my in-depth video of, I guess, how they wear, as well as like the details of them. But I do have to say that I think the quality, it's gonna sound weird, but the quality of the materials on the green pair just feel a little bit more premium than, I don't know, my gray or brown pair. I don't know whether or not it's like just the paneling of it, but I find myself liking the quality of the green pair more than the gray, even though they should be really comparable. But I personally like the green pair a bit more. I might even double up on the green before prices get too crazy, because I see myself really wearing these guys both into the ground, kind of like how I did with my New Balance, or not my New Balances, my Reebok Club C's. So I've already gone through like 2 pairs of them. I'm on like my 3rd pair. So yeah, it would have been great if I could pick these guys up for retail. But you know, I'm not hurt about it. It's okay, Justin. If you just didn't want me to have the shoes, I understand. You just didn't want to hook up a longtime Johns enthusiast and a longtime supporter of the brand.
I don't know, Shane. What if I'm just not meant to get cock and ball torture?
Carl. You just have to wait. You'll find someone.
I just feel like there's no one in the world for me.
But yeah, I mean, I guess all jokes aside, they're great shoes. Next up, I have 2 of the best, I think, colorways out so far of the 380s. I got the Aliens, which I think a lot of people are sleeping on the silhouette. I think the 380 is an extremely nice silhouette. It just has a very like streamlined look to it. And yeah, I remember in my previous like minimizing my sneaker, I guess, wardrobe video, I said I was gonna let this go, and I did let it go. But I ended up scooping up a used pair for a really, really reasonable price. And I essentially wear these quite frequently now. I like just the tapered look of it. I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. And I'm sure prices are going up already, and the Alien pair I think is arguably the best. As well as the Mist. I think the Mist is quite a slept-on shoe also. The prices on these are like either retail or under retail, but I think this is just such a wearable color. It's kind of like the mauve and the geodes, how they didn't really do too well. They're like more earth tone, and a lot of people didn't like them, but I think this is just such a clean and simple colorway. You can really use this as like a beater. I've used this as either like running shoes as well as just kind of like shoes to beat up. Very, very comfortable. 380s, highly supports the 380s, as well as they have a bunch of 380s lined up for the winter, and I think that's going to be super fire. Next up is a little bit more of like a personal pickup for me. This is the Vans Off the Wall collaboration with Paul 107. So Paul 107 is his, I guess, artist name. I think it's Paul Labonte is his actual name, or maybe Labonte. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna get shit on for this, but these are honestly just a pair of white Authentics, which I really like. They have a slip sole, really like, reminiscent of the John Vans, but I just like the details of them. Like they have, in photos, it's like a slightly off-white, eyelet as well as sole. I'm even thinking about maybe even just wearing these a lot more during the winter to get them beaten up faster. But they have like a duck canvas material, which is supposed to be bulletproof, as well as they have like embroidery on the tongue that says 107, because obviously Paul 107. Super, like, look at this goddamn insole, bro. This is so comfortable. My god. And Paul 107, super cool dude. Super underrated. Not a lot of people know about these. Not a lot of people know that these released even. There were only 107 pairs out. I picked up 2 pairs actually. I think out of the 107, I think only 50 or so, 50 to 60 released to the public. And I ended up getting 2 of them. I think there were only like 3 size 8s available. So I sold one to a friend of mine, and I'm definitely keeping these for personal. Super quality stickers that came with it, and these are one of the Vans collabs that I really like. Next up, I picked this up from a friend of mine. I think this is actually the best colorway of the 827s. So the yellow colorway, I believe this one was, I think, the one that was the most available. I think it was the most available for this, and then the red ones were like tier 1 or quick strike, and then the white ones were an Amélie d'Or exclusive. So super nice. This is like a runner, vintage runner inspired silhouette. I don't believe this is like an old silhouette. I think they like literally made it this past year. Panels are great, colors are great. I, again, personally like this color more than the Amélie d'Or or the red ones. I think the red ones are nasty, but personal preference. I haven't broken them out yet. I still don't know exactly whether or not I want to hold on to them, but great one to have in the collection. So this is in the Collegium box, which I should probably show you guys the Collegium. Yeah. Ooh. So I just did a video on these guys, and you'll notice one thing different is that I have the Foxtrot uniform laces. This is their, I think, 170 centimeter one, so I can wrap it around comfortably. Look super sick. Wear these guys quite frequently, as they've worn in quite nicely. And yeah, check out my video on these guys if you guys want more details. But because I wear this so frequently, I rarely use the box, and this box actually holds fucking John. Ooh, look at that. Look at ooh. Ooh. So I think this is arguably one of Kanye's best silhouettes to date. I think this takes the cake for me and the best work that he's done at the moment. I still do like the future silhouettes that are coming out, but man, this looks just so miraculous. So I actually picked these guys up for quite a steal. Actually, probably the best steal that I've had. Although there are 2 problems with it. The grip at the bottom is pretty much all worn out. I might even attach like a Vibram outsole to the bottom, or maybe some grip tape, just so that it can kind of like give me a little bit more grip, especially if I'm gonna wear these during the winter. As well as they didn't come with OG box, but that's okay. I have plenty of shoe boxes laying around, so I just decided to put them in this. But this is definitely something that I'm gonna be wearing during the winter. I'm even thinking about trying to source another pair of these, because I think it's such a nice shoe, man. It's, I don't know, it just hits right. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on them, given I picked these up for such a steal, but shout out to the person. Next up, ooh, let me save this guy for last. Another amazing steal. Air Force One, 2001 linens. Best Air Force One. I'm sure Mayor also agrees with me. Best Air Force One. So okay, like this is from 01, and this was a code JP, and there were like a bunch of stories about like how people would go to Japan, buy a bunch of these, pack them up, and then bring them back to the States just to have them. I know Mayor told a story about them, and then Kith recently released, I think it was for their Miami opening, a retro of them. I missed out on that pair. If anybody has a size, I don't know, like 7.5 to an 8.5, please hit me up. But this is the OG from 01. Pick this up for super steal with OG box included. I changed out the laces to the Foxtrot uniform laces, and I think they look super sick. Great shoe. Just how the tan hits with the pink and the nice nylon interior, like, it doesn't get better than this. Next up, so on the flip side, that's like a super old retro. This one literally just came out. This is the Yeezy Quantum basketball in the barium colorway. Super Sick silhouette. I personally like this silhouette. It has a very tech wear-esque vibe to it, and I like how it feels. Definitely relatively comfortable, although it's not as comfortable as like the V2s or the 380s. This is definitely more comfortable than the 750s, although super sick silhouette. I like the new design language that they're going for the toe box, as well as the way that they're doing like the tongue where it's kind of split. I'm a big fan of it. I like the sort of reflective details of them. I do wish that the quality control was a little bit better and they lined up this back heel a bit more, because in all of like the concept photos and the samples, it's lined up very perfectly, while a lot of production, I guess, pairs aren't very lined up very well. As well as I heard that there's some like 3M issues with the Quantum colorway that released in All-Star Weekend, but this upcoming restock, hopefully they fixed it for that. But sick silhouette. I wear these with my P10s quite frequently. Yeah, a lot of people aren't feeling these at the moment, but don't worry, like they'll come around. Next up, picked up 2 pairs of the Human Made canvas. Human Made, Nigo's new grown-up version of Bape. And so for these, I changed out the laces to white, like more vintage looking cotton laces. This was actually kind of like I mentioned for my collegiate video. This is from the Sneeze Reebok Club C, but this, I think this green just hits super nicely with the cream laces. So I've been wearing these quite frequently to the office. The gray pair I think is super nice. I haven't broken these guys out yet, but these are definitely a future beater. The canvas is actually Nigo's favorite silhouette, and I think he just did such a good job with materials. Very soft suede. But yeah, I like these a whole lot. Just such a simple everyday shoe that I think it's very hard to go wrong. And I think a lot of people are just missing out, and I'm glad for it. Hopefully I can pick up some more pairs on sale, because this is definitely going to be like a beater. Oh, and it comes with just white laces. That's the only complaint about the canvases, is that they come with like almost like a polyester feeling lace. I wish they should have come with like a thicker cotton lace. Personal preference again. Next up, I've been talking about these guys a lot. Sneeze, Reebok, Club C. I think this is the Club C Revenge, technically. Nubuck all around, super sick. I actually cut off the tongue tag. I thought it looks a lot cleaner, and also it has this almost like a ballistic mesh on the tongue, which I thought that was a cool detail. As well as the Reebok branding is gone, replaced with the Sneeze. A lot of people are sleeping on this. I actually doubled up, and this is like my beater pair that I've been wearing quite frequently. A1. If you guys want like a cheap Reebok jound alternative, this is the way to go. And I think this black laces, very crisp. Next up is what I think is probably the second best silhouette from Yeezy brand, the 700 V2s. I wasn't a huge fan of the V1. I thought the V1 just kind of looked weird, but I like the look of the V2 a lot more. It just feels a lot more sophisticated and a lot more grown up. I specifically love the static colorway just because they used Prime Knit for the upper, and it gives it a nice textural difference, as well as the leather was really nice. It was kind of like a worn in leather, and yeah, big fan. V2s, I've been seeing them go up like crazy in price. I picked this up for close to retail, so I'm really glad for that. Very comfortable after you break them in. You know how they should be, that juicy. I'm Asian, so I rarely wear shoes in the house, so this is as far as I'll go for house slippers. Probably gonna wear these outside more, to be honest, because I like my bare feet on the floor. You know, it makes me feel more grounded. And last but not least, the footwear. Y'all already know what the fuck this is, bro. Y'all already know. The 4 is, in my opinion, second best silhouette from Jordan. First, obviously the 1s. Second, the 4s. And third, I must say the 3s. But the 4s, I think Virgil really did a good job on these. Really did a good job. Although he didn't do a lot, but I think that's where I think the subtlety is honestly the best. I don't need some crazy ass dunk that looks like it's from the Matrix. I don't need some crazy ass running shoes that have spikes on the bottom but they're not made for spike running, you know. I don't need all that. I just need a keen eye for details, and I think this one, very nice, keen eye for details, quality immaculate, very immaculate. Just the details, like, you know, the micro stitching that it kind of like has, there's like, oddly enough, in some of these it looks like somebody actually poked a hole, made a, I guess, stitch, and then undid the stitch. It's just such a nice detail to have, especially around the collar. Quality of the leather, this is probably the best quality Off-White Jordan, or Off-White Nike actually in general. Probably the thing closest to this, the Dunks. The Dunks have pretty decent leather, but this is honestly out of the park. I love the frosted Nike Air at the back, and I think the mint laces are the stuff that I'm going for. The mint laces I think just hit different. The black laces are cool too. Everybody's doing the cream. The sail laces are cool too, but I think the mint just kind of hits a little bit different. Just because it's like, it's that like light mint. It's not like that super Tiffany, you know, type of color. Although I know like sneakerheads are gonna be like there's mint at the bottom, you'd be matching, but yeah, super nice silhouette, super nice color, super nice detailing. The only thing I kind of wish that was done is that I kind of wish there was another layer of the ripstop underneath and another layer of leather underneath, because this honestly just kind of feels like there's only ripstop, not necessarily leather underneath. I wish there was like a layer of like nice leather and then ripstop on top to give it kind of like a different silhouette. As well as I'm excited for the breads. I'm excited for the breads to see how those turn out. I think it'll be super sick to have that all red bottom, but you know, dude, man, the Off-White 5s, the cream colorway, the version that's gonna release looks like sheet. I don't know why they decided to change the sole into like the black. Why? They had a good thing going. Why would they mess that up? Why would they do that? Like I get you wanted it to look more like the fire red 5s, but there's a reason why that's a fire red 5 that has a white upper, white and black works well, like a piss yellow and black. What? Why? So anyways, I haven't worn these yet, just because I haven't, you know, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to work, I'm going back, going to the groceries. Am I gonna flex on Martha at the Ralph's? Martha, have you seen?
Century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the white man world, we the ones chosen. So good night, cruel world, I see you in the morning. I see you in the morning. This is way too much, I need a moment. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. Till then, fuck that, the world's ours. Telling me she said they could kiss my whole ass. More specifically, they could kiss my asshole. I'm an asshole, you niggas got drugs. You sure-minded niggas, sauce is Napoleon. My furs is Mongolian. My ice brought the goalies and I embody every characteristic of the egotistic. He knows, he's so fucking gifted. I just needed time alone with my own thoughts. Got treasures in my mind but couldn't open up my own vault. My talent, creativity, purity and honesty is honestly being crowded by these grown thoughts. Reality